As you probably all know, the service descriptor table has been a playground on x86 for all sorts of things: rootkits, antiviruses, system monitors, etc. On x64, modifying the service descriptor table is no longer possible, at least not without subverting the patchguard technology. Thus, programs have now to rely on the filtering notification technologies provided by Microsoft, and that's why I wrote this little utility which monitors some key filters. Since I haven't signed the driver of my utility, you have to press F8 at boot time and then select the Disable Driver Signature Enforcement option. If you have a multiple boot screen like myself, then you can take your time, otherwise you have to press F8 frenetically to not miss the right moment. Now, let's run it. The supported filters and notifications at the time are these: registry, create process, create thread, and load image. Registry stands for CM register callback filters. Create process stands for PS set create process notify routine callbacks. Create thread stands for PS set create thread notify routine callbacks. And load image stands for PS set load image notify routine callbacks. To start the monitoring, you have to click on the monitor button on the toolbar. The additional info in the list view provides internal information like the address of the callback function. There are some default filters registered by system components, but as you can notice, there are also Kaspersky components. That's because some filters, like the registry filter, are not used by system components, and I needed a tool which would make use of these filters from a little demonstration. The version of Kaspersky Internet Security 2010 I have installed is the latest one available on the internet, which is 9.0.0.463. I created for this demonstration a little executable called keytest. What you see on the desktop are 3 copies of the same file. The executable copies itself in a directory called order in the roaming directory of the operating system. It then creates a value in the run key of the registry to execute itself at each startup. Finally, it launches itself from the roaming directory and ends. This is a typical malware behavior. Beware that the signature of the application itself is not contained in the databases of Kaspersky, as I have written it on the fly, but it detects the suspicious behavior, stops execution and deletes the file, and it does this every time I launch the test application. Now, let's get to the part where I show an additional functionality of the filter monitor, which is the ability to remove registered filters and see what happens if I remove the filters installed by cliff.sys, which is the Kaspersky Lab interceptor and filter driver. This one. As the name suggests, this driver intercepts and filters. It installs all 4 of typologies of filters listed by the filter monitor. On x86, instead of calling CM register callback, it additionally hooks about 60 functions of the service descriptor table, which is a lot, but that's no longer possible on x64. So, let's remove the filters. And let's relaunch the application. It works now. Final disclaimer: it is not my intent to comment on security features of antiviruses. I just wanted to present my new tool and show its functionalities. I was already familiar with the internals of Kaspersky before writing this utility. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.